probably already got an introduction, but we're the Full House Acapella Ensemble. We're going to sing for you a medley of Beatles songs that were arranged by our friend Peter Hazard, who does a lot of arranging for us. I don't know that I have a whole lot more to say other than that. I really appreciate being invited to this event again this year. We certainly do like to support the academic excellence in our schools. So congratulations to all the recipients, and this is a Beatles medley.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Too much, 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 too
God, you know you should be kind. And with a love like that, you know you should be
Welcome. A round of applause again for Full House. Thank you, Mr. Simmons. Thank you. A Peabody event wouldn't be the same without a performance from chorale. Welcome to the George Peabody Medal Award Ceremony for the class of 2018. I am Stephanie Najjar, this year's president of the Board of Library of Trustees. I would like to thank our elected officials for coming this evening for our special occasion. We have Mayor Betancourt here this evening, Representative Tom Walsh, and Representative Ted Sibelius. We have Councilors Tom Gould, Ryan Melville, Peter McGinn, and Mark O'Neill. And Dave Gravel, I believe you came in. Thank you. School committee members, Andrew Arnottis, Jared Hockman, Beverly Griffin Dunn, John Olympio, and Joe Amico, our fellow library trustees and foundation members who came this evening. Superintendent Herb Levine and Assistant Superintendent Kara Murtagh. Thank you for coming, and Principal Buckley. Quite a crowd tonight. It's a good thing you don't have to listen to me sing. Okay, I am truly honored to be here this evening to carry on the tradition that George Peabody began in 1855, celebrating your academic achievement of being Peabody High's top meritorious scholars. If you did the quick math, you are the 163rd class to be recognized as George Peabody Medal recipients. You may have noticed that in the booklet when you get it, it lists all the top students from 1855 to present day, so you will be part of history forever. It's truly an honor. The first few pages give some insight into the extraordinary person that George Peabody was. He gives our city a rich history and has bestowed upon us a legacy that we should be proud of. And without further ado, I would like to invite Mayor Betancourt up to the podium.
Oh, good evening. I'm very happy to be here today with all of you to celebrate our George Peabody medalists. This is a very proud moment for all of us to be here, to be a part of this. I'm always blown away by Full House and what they do. I love seeing our students perform. It's one of the great parts of my job is I get to see our students perform, and we're very lucky because if they weren't able to make it today, the school committee was going to be singing a medley of Rolling Stones songs, and that would not have been pretty. Actually, Tom Gould has a good voice. There might be a couple others that have some good voices. But this is a great crowd of our elected officials and supporters here today, and they're here because this is a big moment and a proud moment, as I said, for all of us. When we got involved in public service, when we got involved as educators in our community, the hope is that we would be a part of seeing our city succeed. And the most important part of seeing our city succeed is seeing our young students and our young men and women that grew up here in this community succeed. That's what we all strive for. That's what we all want to see. And it's wonderful to be able to celebrate and see when our students, our young men and women, do tremendous things. And the 8 that are being honored here today are the cream of the crop. And it's wonderful to see what they've been able to accomplish in our school system. It's difficult at times. Certainly we run into challenges every year. But all of us work so hard to try to do the best we can to allow our children to succeed. I have 4 children. I'm doing the best I can to give them the tools that they need, the guidance, the support, the discipline, and I want to congratulate and recognize all the families because I know it's not just a student sitting in a room doing their work. So much of it starts with the parents and the grandparents and the brothers and sisters and the uncles and aunts and cousins. It's really a community effort and a family effort to see our children succeed. So I want to congratulate all of the families as well, our educators, our school system, and all the elected officials, again, who work so hard to try to do the best we can under some difficult constraints at times. but it's great to be here in this room. The Sutton room is beautiful. I want to recognize and thank our library trustees, our library board, Melissa Robinson, who does a great job for the city of Peabody. This is a beautiful setting, and it's a spot where we should be to recognize the very best in the city of Peabody. So congratulations. Well done, each and every one of you.
Thank you, Mayor. And I would like to call up Representative Tom Walsh.
Good evening, everyone. First of all, my kind of music. That really, I know I'm dating myself, but I just wanted to take a minute to really echo some of the words that the mayor said, but to congratulate the 8 George Peabody recipients for your hard work, not just in the last year, but really you think back to when you started kindergarten, and you've been working towards what's going to happen in the next few weeks, and then the possibilities that really you're facing in college and school and life are just endless, and it's really an exciting time, and I congratulate each and every one of you. It's also, for me, also a pleasure to be with so many elected officials and people who work in this city to make the opportunities, provide the opportunities for each and every one of you. Your parents have worked so hard, and the city tries to do things, but you tonight are making all of us proud. You know, when I was thinking about George Peabody, you know, if you read his story, and it's how he started in a dry goods store and he worked his way up to really be an international figure. And one of the philosophies George Peabody had was that because he had so much, he felt that he should share that with others. And I'm thinking, you know, his wealth we always think of as the monetary side of things. But I was thinking about the wealth that each every one of you has, the George Peabody recipients tonight, and that wealth of knowledge. And so now, as Stephanie said, you are going to be in this booklet forevermore as part of Peabody's history, listed as a George Peabody Award winner. And you have a knowledge that you, as part of George Peabody's legacy, need to share with others. So think of that as you go through life, is that you've got something incredibly special that you can share and make other people's lives better. So we will do later on, but I'd like to just read one of these so that when we hand out the certificates, we won't take up the time there. But I would like to, this is from the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, and Representative Ted Sibelius, excuse me, Mr. Chairman, will join me at that time. But I'd just like to share this. This is from the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, and this is, excuse me, be it hereby known to all that the Massachusetts House of Representatives offers its sincerest congratulations, and then each individual's name will be present, to the George Peabody Medal Award winners for receiving the 2018 George Peabody Medal Award. The entire membership extends its very best wishes and expresses the hope for future good fortune and continued success in all endeavors. And you should know that this is signed by Speaker DeLeo, Representative Sibelius, Senator Joan Lovely, who is still at the State House, and myself. And to each and every one of you, congratulations, and I look forward to the years ahead, just hearing the stories about your continued success. Congratulations.
Thank you, Mr. Walsh. And Ted Sibelius, my apologies, I didn't see you arrive, but please come up to the podium and welcome.
Thank you very much. I appreciate Representative Walsh doing the heavy work for me, and reading the citation and taking care of all of the necessities, which is really quite wonderful. We spend a lot of time, we as elected officials, going to various events. I want to tell the families and the students that very rarely are all of us here at one time, and that's a credit to all of you and what you've done, because I don't ever remember so many city councilors, school committee members, and elected officials all in one room for any type of an event. So that's a credit to you. I'd like to say, if you've been in the top 8 as a student, you're quite accustomed to be singled out and recognized. but I always like to say to my kids that we as politicians throw around the word excellence a lot. But excellence is a very exclusionary term. Very few people are ever rated as excellent. Most of us are average, slightly above average, slightly below average, and we just dream about the thought of being excellent. But you folks have attained it. And you know, if you are excellent, that it's not just ability. I hate to use a sports analogy because I don't want to minimize your work, but look at the Celtics the last couple of days. I don't think they have the talent that the other teams have, but they win. And you win because not only do you have the talent, you have the motivation, you have the ability, and you have that drive that makes it happen. And that's what really moves people into that level of very good to excellent. And you are excellent. And that's why we're all here tonight, because we don't really touch excellent too often. And we may talk about it, but we don't touch it. And tonight we touch it. So I thank you very much and wish you the very best of luck. Thank you.
Thank you. Dr. Levine, we welcome you to the podium.
So I think that as the last speaker, I'm the keynote speaker, so I give the longest speech. Is that right, Mayor? Yeah. I'm an honorary Beatle from the 1960s. I gave myself that designation. They used to call them the mopheads in my generation when I was a kid. And my father and mother's generation, who came from Glenn Miller, thought that this was the end of the world with the Beatles, but it wasn't. You know, we've experienced ups and downs in this country, and we seem to get through no matter what happens, as you kids do, because of your hard work and your dedication and your determination and your innate brightness and talent. We're very proud of your academic achievements, and I know know most of you personally who are on this list. We're much prouder still, not only of your academics, but the well-roundedness of what you are. Whether it be community service, or art and music, drama, sports, some of the things that you do to just be kind to other people, your compassion, your decency, your dignity, the way you carry yourselves, what you represent, who you are for your family, your friends, your community, and your school system. We will carry that pride forever in you because we helped in our own little way to help produce what you are. So as you graduate this year, as you move on, just take with you the understanding that we in Peabody take tremendous pride in who you are, what you've accomplished, and you always have a home back here no matter where your life takes you. Congratulations.
Thank you, Dr. Levine. And Assistant Superintendent Karen Murtagh. Welcome.
Good evening, everyone. I just wanted to say everybody has said so many wonderful things, and you should be very, very proud of your accomplishments tonight. Being in this room, I just feel so smart being around all of you and your accomplishments, but your achievements are just so great. And continue to believe in yourself, and you will go far. Very, very proud of you, and it's an honor to be here tonight with you.
Thank you, Ms. Murtagh. And last but not least, Principal Buckley.
So I think I've said this before. Welcome to tonight's event. It's always great speaking after all the politicians because here I have a piece of paper in my pocket. I was going to kind of go over
what I was going to say, and I'm going, check that off, check that off, check that off. So we'll just wing it. Again, good evening and congratulations to the George Peabody Medal winners, the 8 of you, for the class of 2018. It's really a great accomplishment. I remember the first, and I heard, I think, Counselor Melville say he's never been in here. The first time I walked in here, I came in as the principal, or actually the assistant principal, not as a student. And it's just a really impressive room. And if you look around at all the books and just the formality of this, it's really a nice evening. I know that some of you were at the dinner the other night, and that was a nice honor, but you saw 800 to 1,000 people there. So this is a nice, intimate setting, and it really shows when we go to graduation and all those people that are out here, just this small group of talented students that we have. We're all very, very proud of you and what you've accomplished with all that hard work. It's not only been the 4 years, it started much earlier. And to the parents and whoever is here supporting you tonight, congratulations to you. It's not easy being a parent. The toughest thing you can do is to push and not to break. And I know at times it was probably tough to do that and do it the right way. And you were there to probably help with some work at the table or hand out tissues, whatever it may be. I was never a George Peabody Medal Award winner for many reasons probably, but I can count to 8. And I know that we're missing a few tonight, and I will call out one, my daughter Sarah, who is not here this evening. And I was trying to tell her how important it was to be here this evening, what a wonderful, event this is. And she said, well, I have a lacrosse game. And I said, okay, but this is really important that you're there. Your parents are going to be there, your grandparents, maybe your brothers will come since they're home. And she said, Dad, team before individual statistics, correct? So I'm here. Everyone's at the lacrosse game. They did win. And I know Stephanie's missing her son's game, but I'm very proud to not only be here as the principal, but also as a parent too. So it's a special group. I hope you understand the magnitude of this moment. And if you don't, these books will really, when you start flipping through these and look at some of the names, and you'll see some people in here that you'll recognize because they've done great things, and we know you will too. So this is really the start and the kickoff, again, of our most important times, the senior prom next Thursday. After that, we have some other events planned like graduation and convocation, and those will be fun too. But really enjoy this moment with your parents, and congratulations to all of you. Take care.
Thank you, thank you. We do have to comment on this room. This is the Eben Dale Sutton room. That is him in the center portrait, and he passed away as a young child, and that is his father and mother on either side. And they donated $20,000 back in the day to build this room in his memory. So it's very special, and we're glad to have you here. Okay, so let us begin. We're going to go in order. Oops. Our first congratulations. Oh, would you like to? Oh, I'm sorry. We have to do that too. All at once together. And Ted, my apologies again for not. I didn't see you come in late. Oh. Okay. Ryan Cormier, a valedictorian, please come to the podium. Congratulations. Our number 2 is Sarah Buckley, and if Mr. Buckley wants to receive her honor here.
All right, get a picture of this.
Number 3 is Sarah Abdogani, but I didn't see her arrive. Is she here this evening? She's not here. Okay. Well, congratulations to Sarah. I'm going to hold it. You can put it right here underneath. Number 4 is Gabrielle Morton. I failed to mention they will get their actual medals at graduation. Number 5, Andy Mae Sims. Number 6, Nuno Bazarian. Nuno has a great handshake. Number 7, Deanna Ruggiero. And number 8, Ryan DeLiva. Thank you. Well, thank you all for coming to this special occasion. We have some band members that I know have to fly back to the high school now. So we have some refreshments in the lobby. Please stay for as long as you'd like and take a look around. These are some prints of the Audubon prints, John Audubon original prints. We own almost a complete set here at the Peabody Institute Library. And we are in the process of having them, not renovated, but what's the word? Thank you, restored. So we're lucky to have that treasure here. Thank you again, and congratulations to our recipients.